What's up, guys? So I wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about this program called the Gator Method by Pace Morby. So basically, it's where you're connecting with wholesalers with this like earnest money deposit and trying to help them get the funds that they need to like cover the deal, essentially. It's one of Pace Morby's many different courses, and I mean I'll leave it to you on my Patreon. I'll go a little bit deeper into this program specifically, but if you want to check out the reviews, there are some pretty bad ones out there, just like consumer reviews on Trustpilot and everything like that. From what I've seen at like a basic level so far, there's a lot of people complaining about the fact that it's like recycled, regurgitated content, it's old, it's outdated, um, just continuous upsells. But what I want to do more is focus on the business model and the actual practicality and implementation of it. So the way, of course, that Pace presents it in the marketing, right, is that it's stupid easy. You're just coming in, being a creative financing partner. It doesn't matter like rates or anything like that because all the money's going to go through and everything's just going to be like wham bam, thank you ma'am, pretty easy, right? The truth is that anything with real estate is hardly easy, especially with wholesaling, and then this whole like earnest money deposit thing. There's just too many different ways that things will fall through the cracks and the whole deal will just blow up. Many different times people complain about um, the fact that they're left with the contract because the whole idea is that within 30 days you basically get all this finalized, and a lot of the time, at least from the reviews I've seen of people, it's not happening. People are losing money. They're being told and upsold, oh hey, well, to solve this problem, buy this thing, to solve this problem, buy that thing, which is like pretty annoying, right? If you're going to invest that much money into a coaching program, which is I think on the higher end of the four-figure mark, so probably like 8 to 10 grand is essentially what I'm seeing, and that's just to start. You should have a lot more success with something like that. You shouldn't just be told, oh hey, you just spent this much. Now, since you trust us, you should be willing to spend this much on another solution over here. I just don't really appreciate that type of business model, and I don't appreciate the risk of real estate, especially today. Wholesaling, like, it's just so risky. If you're just loaded in the bank, I don't even know why you're watching this video, but if you're loaded, sorry, that was my dog here, bumped the camera. If you're loaded, then traditional real estate is going to be for you. Buy the property, rent it out, and collect that check, and watch your just equity just soar and soar and soar with how the economy is, right? But with something like wholesaling, where you're continuously chasing after the next property, you're having to worry about lead generation, all the legal contracts. When all is said and done, you have to operate at a very high volume amount to make a good amount of money, um, which just sucks because most people aren't going to be able to keep that pace, especially with all this stuff falling through the cracks. Like, it's going to be marginally profitable at best and probably burn a lot of people out, especially with the time that it takes, because it's more like a full-time second job. It's not necessarily something you can do passively on the side like it's alluded to in the marketing. Just not realistic. Now, if you're looking for something that you can do that's a bit more passive, you should check out this thing that I do, which is called local lead generation. So basically, a couple years ago, I built this website. It took me about 6 to 8 weeks to rank it on Google to number one, like this, actually above the map pack, which is a pretty good feat in and of itself. And basically why this is important is because when people type in Noblesville Tree Services or, emergency tree service in Noblesville, tree removal, pruning Noblesville, whatever the case is, I show up number one. So when I do, they click me, go to my site, get some good information. But most importantly, they click on this number right here. They call the contractor that I'm partnered with, who actually pays me a little bit each month for sending jobs his way. Now, sites like this are worth generally anywhere between $500 to $2,000 a month. Overhead costs are pretty minimal, like $15 a month for a tracking phone number, $15 a month for hosting. I host mine on Weebly. Now I'm using Hostinger because it's even cheaper. It's like $3.99 a month, but this site's still on Weebly. And then let's see, once a year I got to pay $10 for a domain name, but That's pretty much it. Just takes a little bit of time. So this is something you really can do after work, hour or two a day, and over the course of 6 to 8 weeks like I did, you rank the site. The idea is to get 5 to 10 of these things up, and with 5 to 10 of these things up, given that they're $500 to $2,000 a month worth of income, you can have like a little bit of a cushion with your 9 to 5 job. That's exactly what I built up for myself. If you want to know how I did it, go ahead, check out this page right here. I'll have it linked down in the description below. But basically, this answers every single question you could possibly have about what this business model is and how you can do it, plus how much it costs, and our refund policy up front. If you guys want to see me dive a little bit deeper into Pace Morby and the Gator Method, go ahead, check out my Patreon. I'm going to start posting a lot of things over there that are a bit more unfiltered, to say the least. So if you guys found this video helpful, go ahead and give me a like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.